Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 21 of Botania Garden of Glass. I'm recording this episode pretty much at the last minute, so my internet's been down and we don't get to see my pretty face if my internet's down. I'm sure there's a way to get my skin on here without my internet, but I just waited, I waited so we can see my pretty face on here. Aside from that, I try to record something and my hand just doesn't look the same. It really doesn't. But aside from that, I haven't actually been on. I haven't done too much, really, at all since we've been gone. What I want to do today is we have got ourselves a Botanical Addons update. And what that is we can sort out all this noise that you guys probably don't hear as much, but I do. Actually, is that... Oh, that's a pool. I was going to say, is that snow on top of that? I don't know why I thought there was snow there. But yeah, you guys probably don't hear it as much because I've turned it down on my recording software, but not in my headphones. So I hear the full brunt of those sheep bleating. I don't know what it's called. Another thing I want to quickly update you on, the little fixie thing that I did over there with the hovering hourglass that ticks over every, well, whatever we did, 5 minutes or whatever, seemed to actually help this area not load. And that's a solution to my problem, if you guys were wondering. Now, what I want to do to start off today is fix that sheepy noise that we get there. And that is using the new Botanical Addons update of this, the Ceiling Oak. It shouldn't be too hard for us to get. We've got iridescent leaves. A Rune of Winter, I'm pretty sure I've already got some wool, which ironically we have enough now. And Elementium ingots. So let's go grab everything. Enough Elementium ingots, Rune of Winter, what else do we need? We needed Rune of Winter, wool, and white iridescent leaves, which I'm pretty sure I don't have. Wool, there we go. And the white iridescent leaves, which I might actually have. No, what am I? Whoa. I'm going crazy with my mouse today. Yeah, I need to probably grab them out. I think my shears are on here. Let's have a look. Another cool thing, this has been updated. Let me quickly show you guys. And I haven't actually played around with this yet. So we've got the Botanist's tool belt. And if you remember correctly, when I was trying to, for instance, let's grab out, do I have it on me? Did that just, okay, it didn't, it's always doing that. It's really weird. Let's just do it with, like, for instance, the Rod of the Prismatic Lake. When I was trying to place the things, like, for instance, there, you can see I've placed one of these rainbow mana flashes. It wasn't letting me do it because it was picking up each of these segments as all the way down, all the way up, kind of. But now it's been fixed, and it's so much better, it looks like. That'll really make this belt quite handy. I'm just going to still change out just so I can move a bit faster. But I'll keep the belts on me, because it's got everything I need. Now, the other things we need, excuse my really messy inventory. The other things we need are... we really went off track. I needed to get white leaves, and I'm pretty sure, yep, we've got a white one here. Was that 3? 2. Let's grab it from there. Make it look kind of nice. I think we've got everything. Let's go... Oh, we don't have everything. We needed one of these saplings. Iridescent sapling. So, iridescent sapling... And hopefully, now we've got everything. So, I'll quickly also, while we're going to do this, we really got to clear that up. I think I may have mentioned it, but I wanted to do a Spectrolus tutorial for last Friday's tutorial, but it really didn't go as planned. I had a few issues with it, really. It's not the biggest of deals, but there's a big issue where it just keeps not working. I might be able to show you today, hopefully, because I think we'll still build it. And hopefully it might work for one of you guys, if you guys wanted to get anything from it. But I will eventually do a tutorial. The concept, as far as I'm aware, is it works. It worked for me for a long time, and then it just stopped working. So it was kind of like, oh, this is awkward. I can't give you guys a half-made farm on Botania. I want to get it 100% right. So I'll probably do that one when it eventually works. I've launched a GitHub issue, so hopefully that works. Hopefully someone can figure out what's going on there. But let's quickly go discuss what I just did. I just used this dendritic diffuser to make ourselves a ceiling oak sapling. And let's quickly read this entry for the ceiling oak. So the ceiling oak has a strange dampening effect on the air around it. Any sound within 8 blocks of any ceiling wood block will sound... Oh, I am battling today. Any sounds within 8 blocks of any ceiling oak wood block will sound half as loud as it would have otherwise. And that was ceiling wood block, not oak wood block. An extra utility because of the sound muffler. Thank you very much. Thank you guys at Botanical Addons for sending us some really, really cool stuff. And thank you, Vasky, for being awesome and making Botania. Let's plant this down here. We do have the stuff. Whoa, what is going on with my mouse today? I did not move that at all and it bumped me down. So maybe we put it in the middle. That should be enough for it to grow. And I'm pretty sure this looks just like the white iridescent trees. No. Please don't waste all this. I get the feeling it's not going to work. No. Oh. Okay, let's put it over here. It might just be a bit buggy with the stuff around it. Hopefully that works. Hopefully I've got some bones for bone meal. I know I was getting pretty low after growing all those trees. Oh, got 12. That's perfect. All those colors there. I was getting the dyes from Botanical Addons trees last episode, and I went through a hell of a lot of bone meal. We'll have to get that farm. Maybe I should just move this. Let's move it somewhere where it definitely will grow because I don't want to waste all this bone meal. And it'll definitely grow here. Grow! Yes! So, we don't hear any sheep, but that could just be because they're out of range. I'll have to move, because it's on... It did say the ceiling logs. So, what I might do is I might grab some of these ceiling logs around here, and I might still give the ceiling oak tree a go in the middle here at some stage. But I'll just leave it there for now, because that won't dampen the effect. It's definitely not within 8 blocks. So I'll put some of those logs around at some stage. We'll give them a go. It's a real pity we didn't get that on straight go, but I'll have to go and do that myself. It's a bit silly of me to have expected everything to get done just then, because that wouldn't have been within 8 blocks anyway. So hopefully at the end of the episode we can test that out. Now, the next thing we want to do is make my Spectrolus farm, mounted generating farm. And what we need for that is we are going to need 16 detectors, 16 item frames, 16 droppers, and a few other odds and sods. So I think I've got a few things for the mana detectors, so I'll get going and making a few of these, and I will meet you back there when I've got everything. Alrighty guys, I'm back. I haven't got everything that we needed, but I just wanted to let you know about a little strange problem that I'm having recently. I don't have nearly enough cobblestone for anything. Like, I'm really, really low on cobblestone. It's ridiculous. So, it's about to be nighttime. I think we might just do a time lapse just because it's nice to listen to the music, and I may as well do it. May as well check out a few little bits of our island. So I'm going to pillar up, and I'm going to, well, break them down. So I'll see you then. Okay guys, we're back. I've gone ahead and I'm pretty sure this time I've got everything. I'm fairly certain that I've got everything we need for this build. I've cleared out a bit of the area, as you can see here, and actually, a tree has grown, so we might be able to test this out. I can still hear them. Okay. Let me just do this quickly. Where is it? Friendly creatures. Put it all the way up. Yeah, now you guys should probably hear them. If you guys don't hear them. So I'm assuming that it's not 8 blocks within you, it's 8 blocks within the noise, being those guys. So what I might do is I might test it out, put up some of these logs, just chop these logs up, put them up around there. You can actually do that now. You can see what I've got in my inventory as well. So there we go, let's get these guys out. Got enough saplings, that's for sure. Well, this should... what's going on there? Let me just put a block next to it sometimes. Yeah. So, I think I've just got too many sheep. I'm actually going to have to probably do this all off camera so we can actually test it out, because we're just going to keep hearing every sheep around. So, let's go back to the Spectrolus setup over here. I've removed those blocks there, and I've tested out a little bit with hopperhocks on these droppers here. So I'll explain what's going on now. Basically, this is just a marker. This kind of array of droppers, all facing inwards, they have each got a different item frame with a different color wool on it. Now, if we have a look in this here, we've got our Botania. Open up onto, not functional, this one here, the Spectrolus. You'll have a look if you read through the Spectrolus insert over here, you'll see that it needs to go through a color spectrum of wool. Now that color spectrum of wool is the same one if you go into NEI and you go, for instance, just type in wool. Oh, not cool. Wool. Or wool. I've got a chord over the O on my keyboard, so that's why it's coming out funny. But there we go, there it is. So this order over here, which is the same order in Creative for wool, it's the same order for all the colors in Minecraft, including the flowers in Botania, that is the color that it needs to go. So it has to go from white to black wool, all in that order. So you have to drop a white wool, you have to drop orange, magenta, light blue. I've gone through those colors too many times recently, so it's... It's funny, I'm actually almost remembering them now. So if you have a look here, we've got all that. So that's white, orange, magenta, light blue, yellow, lime, pink, and grey. In that order there, then it'll go over here. Light grey, cyan, purple, blue, brown, green, red, and black. So that's the order that it has to go in every time. And if this Spectrolus, which we can actually put down in its spot. My inventory is so bad right now. Just put the Spectrolus down there. So what that will do is every time it gets a different wool, it'll eat that wool regardless of what color it is, but it'll only create mana if it is the color it needs. So if you have a look there, it's got white wool, and it needs white wool on it right now. And I don't know if I have any in my inventory. No. So let's go ahead and build a bit more of this. What we need to do is start off with some of these mana detectors, and we have to... Oh, dang it. We have to get up to the top dropper. There we go, like that. Go around all of these, and if you've seen these before, which I've used a few times, you may have seen them in some of my other builds, they're actually really handy, because you can automate a redstone, pulse, using these as well. So it saves you having all the redstone jumping around everywhere, and getting all messy. And besides that, we play in Botania, so we may as well use Botania stuff. So that's the basic part of it. The next thing we have to do is jump up to the top here. We're going to put some force relays in to move this around. Oh, I made it. So for force relays, which if you do know what they are, that's great. If not, I'll give you a quick explanation. So when the mana burst comes up these detectors and gives the redstone signal to these droppers, which tells them to drop each wool, the force relay, if it's got a warp lens, which you'll see now, will move that mana burst to wherever I want it to go, which is at the bottom of this column. Then I'll do it again to the bottom of that column. And then this one here, we need a diluted mana pool with, where are they? Sparks, and the spark I want on that is going to be a recessive spark, because we want any mana that goes in that one to get sent down back to our mana pool at the bottom there. The next thing we have to do is connect up all of these. So is that the first one? Which one? Yeah, that's the first one. So we'll drop down. Ouch. Click on that, click on that. So we're just right clicking on the top. So if you hear this over here, that little beep, right click on that one, you hear the beep again. Do it again for this one. Do it for that one. And now that should all be in order. The next thing we want to do is put a spark on this pool here. Around there. And then we can go ahead and grab our mana spreader, which is now a pulse mana spreader. It used to be a redstone mana spreader. Angle that one upwards, and don't forget to put a warp lens on that, because else it won't work. We don't need the ball lens. That's just because I was sneaky and stole this mana spreader from the Pure Daisy farm. So the next thing we want to do, oh, actually I might just, to be neat, I'll just break this again. And just because I could have put this pool to the left or right or wherever, but I want it to be underneath the mana spreader, and we won't be able to put an augment on this spark if we had the mana spreader there. So I've just got to do that, grab that, put that on there, and there we go. I was just right clicking on the spark, that's why it wasn't letting me place that for a little bit. Put that on there because I will forget. And now the next part of this build is we need a whole bunch of these hopper hocks. And I just realized I haven't made the Spectrolus floating, but that's not important. We actually don't even need it to be a floating Spectrolus, so we may as well just leave it. Got it. Perfect. There we go. Now, I think that is functioning. A functioning farm. I'm pretty sure if we gave that a redstone pulse, that'll go through each and every one of those and let out each of that wool. So, do I have anything for redstone wool? Let's give it a pulse. I don't think it will. Okay, it does. Okay. I think that worked. I don't think all of these are actually full at the moment, so that's actually a good sign. The other good sign is, I don't know if I just told you, but this wool over here that gets transported from here to here gets picked up by these hoppers. Even the furthest hopper hocks, even that one there can pick up the wool that gets dropped there, so that's really, really cool. I'll just take my ring off, and we need that guy, and switch this farm back on. I've just switched it off, actually. So, there we go. We should start seeing wool drop down there, get picked up there, and put into these droppers over here. I'm not going to go through them, just take my word. Another cool thing, this is something which is pretty awesome, I think, and this is a new update on Botanical Addons. Well, it's one of the more recent updates. I think it was the last update. It came alongside it was just before the ceiling oak trees, that's right. So, these iridescent lanterns, which are made like this. So, Bifrost blocks with the redstone lamp in the middle, pretty simple to make. And what they do is when they got a redstone signal on them, they cycle through the color spectrum, which is pretty cool, I think. Pretty cool. So, what we can do is just use these to decorate our farm over here. So, just grab all these. And also, by the way, that's glass breaking sound, but it's not breaking like glass, so you're cool. And let's try this again now. So we do that. And we can have them running all the way up on either side there, which I think will look pretty cool. So we can just go ahead and... Why do I have 11? Is that right? It's not right. Okay, cool. Is that... Okay, that's right. That's crazy. So I'll just put these guys down. Over there, there. And then all we have to do for this farm, if I have done everything correctly, is we need to put a timer over here because... Oh, not over there. Don't do it over there. That's wrong. A timer around here. And I want to do it every 20 seconds. Now, I don't know if we've got enough wool of every type. I saw we didn't have any dark grey wool come through, so we do have some. We're probably going to have to either drop this timer a bit longer, because I don't think 20 seconds will be long enough to keep up with that farm, or we could increase the size of the farm. And having a look there, I'm seeing that the top ones aren't all getting shaved, or sheared. I may have to add another one of those guys in, or maybe just put a bit higher, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So I'll drop those in there, like that, and let's just step back and have a look. We can also have a look here. What's it on? White wall. So it's only 20 seconds. It shouldn't be too long. And yeah, I think that's everything. Let's double check my inventory. Nothing I wanted in there. No. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's have a look. Oh, that lagged. Why did I get lag there? Hello? Did that do anything? Okay, so it went all the way through. Now that didn't. Okay, so what what I was saying, I don't even know if I did say it. On Friday's episode, well, Friday's tutorial, I tried to have this set up as my tutorial, but I was having a few issues because what was happening was these mana detectors eventually go kind of stale. They just stop getting the redstone pulse from the... they stop giving a redstone pulse to the droppers, which is really strange. Might just shoot that one down as well. There. And did that switch off? I think it did. Yes, it did. Cool. So, yeah, these just weren't interacting properly. So I would have it work for a few times, and then all of a sudden, the orange, for instance, it was actually normally the orange or the green, would start, and that would have nothing. So it would go white, magenta, light blue, and it would just go through them and skip that one, and then eventually it would just skip a large majority of them in no particular order, which was really, really weird. So hopefully that gets fixed. If not, I'll have to work out. I might just have to do a redstone way, if not. But I kind of like doing things the Botania way, like redstone-y, but not really, like this. So I'll leave this for now, and hopefully I can figure something else out. If not, if you guys do want to try it out, tell me if it works in your world. It might just be me, it might be something on my side, so let me know about that. Now the next thing, we can go ahead and put some of these guys, which guys? These guys, where are they? There. Those guys in here. So that'll be interesting. And also, I want to at some stage build a central, like, wall-dropping funnel tower down here. So what I'll do is I'll go put these in. It's nighttime now, so I'll sleep it off, and I'll be back. Here we are again, guys. I am on the other side of the base. I was just having a look at these infernal log textures, and as you know, they've been updated. I really, really like it. I think it looks a lot better than it did before. I like how it kind of looks a bit more continuous than one bit of flame and then that. So I really, really think that looks really cool. Now, the reason I'm on this side of the base was really just because I was running around like a headless chicken. No real reason, actually. Ooh, I've actually just got an idea. I can maybe replace some of those and fix this area up with some of those Botanical Addons lanterns. What were they called? Let me go back here just to check them out. I know it was lantern. Forget these things so quickly. Iridescent lantern. And I also want to use some fairy lights around the base at some stage. That can be something we can do. But why I'm here is because I think we may as well do a few little adjustments here. One thing is we are getting, like, this is full. That's completely full. Everything's just coming through. It's going there. You can see those oak logs over there if you can't see them. Now you can. They are just building up and eventually despawning. So there's nothing really going on here at the moment. So I may as well increase this chest size at some stage. But also, I'm eating apples at the moment because I haven't been bothered to really go and get myself some more of the, potatoes and cook them up. So I may as well use those logs there and make a chest here, which is probably going to pick up everything now as soon as I let that go. Place that on there, and then we can have an entire apple chest. So just apples out there. Drop them in there. You can see we've picked up everything. Ooh, maybe we've even got oak saplings built up completely. Let's have a look here. How does that get all the way there? That's incredible. So yeah, oh, we don't even have oaks. I don't know what. It must have just picked up the ones on the ground. Oh, I picked up those ones. Okay, that makes sense. Now, if you have a look here, because we've got a munch dew in the middle, you can see that tree there. This tree here has got eaten alive. So yeah, that's munch dew issues. Not a big deal. It's just me placing trees too close. Another thing I want to do is fix up these, which I'm going to do right now. Oh, no, I need to eat. That's why I'm not moving. And then we can also go check out the ceiling oak logs. Now, I'm not 100% sure. Let's actually do them now. I'm not 100% sure whether I've done this right. I don't know if it has to come through a tree, or maybe I'll just grow up a whole bunch of trees and spam these logs everywhere a bit later. And check it out next episode if this doesn't work. But I've put a few of these around here. And it does tend to dampen it. I think. I'm not too sure. But let's have a look. Half as loud as it has otherwise. Okay, so it doesn't stop it completely. So maybe it is actually working. Yeah, well, maybe. I'm just listening to it now. Maybe that's actually what's happened. It's just dampened half the noise. I'll have to check that out. Actually, what was this on? I think it was on... not that. Go here. Check that out. I think it was on 30 or something. Maybe? Maybe on 30? I think that's a bit high. Yeah, I think that's worked, actually. I mean, I might be going crazy, but I think that's worked. It's definitely not as annoying, and maybe I've just convinced myself that it's not as annoying, but to me, it sounds a bit better. We can also do this. Grab this chest here. Come on. And, oh, no. I haven't got my ring on. So all that should get transported and dropped over there. Perfect. So now those should hopefully be more full than they were. What's this on at the moment? Orange. Let's give us a go. Shoot that guy. And see if it works now with it all completely full. Aside from that, it looks really cool. So... Now, I don't know if that was lag or what, but I don't know about you guys, but I didn't see this one and this one go off. Let's have a look at what we're on at the moment. Still on orange wool. So, let's have a look. Okay, this doesn't normally lag this much. It must just be because we're in this world over here. I could make... There, that's lagging big time. Oh, I took it out. Okay, cool. Might actually just keep him in there because else I'm going to use him for something and I'm always going to be too short of red sand wherever I go. So that probably will have to get fixed up by me. I might actually just put, I think it's an efficiency lens which slows down the mana burst. That might give some kind of help to this. We can give that a go. I'm not too sure if it does, but we'll give that a go. It's not this episode, but another episode. That's kind of the main idea of the Spectrolus farm. I'm not going to continue on it too much. I'll just keep that there. And then when we do eventually work out how to fix it, or if we change our minds and do something completely different, that's cool. But currently, that's what it sits at in my head. And that should work. It should work with maybe 99% efficiency of dropping the correct wool. Because, I mean, occasionally the dropper drops something a bit higher, and the one might drop a little bit lower, and you get a mishap in the order. But that's working. Like, on Creative World, that's working. So that's good. I also want to get into this building over here at some stage, because we've built it, and we're not using it. We've just got our guys around there. We've got our skeleton. We've got our blaze. We got our spider. And everything's going really great there. They're just doing their things. But we're going to have to do something there. I think that's going to do it for this episode, though, guys. I'm going to go fix those iron frames up. So, if you guys did like this, do leave a like on the episode. I always ask. And if you guys do, thank you very much. Another thing, I'm on Twitter, so links are in the description. I'll get this crosshair off my face. Yeah, links are in the description. Follow me on Twitter, and that's pretty much it for the episode. Leave a comment if you got any questions or if you want to say hi. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.